Hello, 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 good morning. Rise and shine, it's 10 a.m. Welcome to my live. I hope you're having a wonderful day. How are you guys? Hello, Melissa. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I have been getting, hello, Melanie, so many questions about bark, what bark is, why I monitor my kids' online activity, how you can get bark, and why would anybody actually need it. And I thought we could talk about that a little bit today because I actually had a conversation with my kids last night. Good morning, Michelle, specifically about this because we've been going through some things with our soon to be 13-year-old daughter. So I just figured I'd tell you guys what it is, why we use it, and thank you. Brushed my hair, changed my clothes. Thought it was time, but I got into my PJs very early yesterday, so I'd been in them for a very long time. And I went to bed early last night, which is not my norm. So I was actually up early today, which is such a weird concept. Go to bed early and wake up early. It's stupid. Hello, Laura. So I am not friends with my children. I will not be friends with my children for the foreseeable future. I'm sure I don't have adult children, but I'm sure at some point you get to experience a friendship with a parent. But as somebody who does not have adult children, my kids are almost 16, almost 13, and 11, I'm not friends with them. I have a very specific job. My job is to make sure that they are safe, that they are healthy, and that they are, living under my roof and following the rules, but safe and happy, fed. But with the introduction of technology, hi, Noelle, and the fact that our kids, we all have everything at our fingertips, it has given our kids the ability to go anywhere on the internet. And the internet is a scary place. Thank you, guys. I should brush my hair more often. Thank you. But seriously, like drop dead serious, it's the Wild West out there. The internet is crazy. It's a crazy, crazy place. We've used the comparison before that giving the internet, unfettered access to the internet to kids is basically like giving them a key to a car that they don't know how to drive that has no brakes and being like, be safe, have fun. No, bad idea. Very, very bad idea. The rule in our house has been my kids got a cell phone when they had to walk to school or ride the bus. And that wasn't until middle school for my kids. And then Brian, because he walks to school, it was in 4th grade. Because we moved, so it was a little bit different. But there is no social media for my kids until high school. So only my 10th grader has social media. Sophia, my tween-age, almost 13-year-old daughter, hates that, but that is the rule. Brian does not care about social media. He's 11. He doesn't care. But Bark monitors their text messages. Bark monitors our home, because you can get a Bark Home, which is the router, the device that basically says what you can block on your internet from the Wi-Fi, from your Wi-Fi. And it sends me messages and alerts when there are issues with text messages, there are issues with websites that they're trying to access, when they're trying to download apps that they're not supposed to. It tells me. Yeah, you down with OCD, got that anxiety? Yeah, you know me. Yeah, it's the level of anxiety that has that I've risen to as a result of becoming a parent. Because I've always had anxiety, but wow. Hey, Stacy, good morning. Hello, Jody. But thank you, Carly. She said 16 and 13, and you're in my prayers. Yeah. So I just wanted to tell you that I'm not friends with my kids. I monitor their devices. I monitor their text messages. They know that. Last night, I was having a conversation with Sophia, and she said, I don't like that you monitor my stuff. And I said, well, that's too bad. You don't have to have a phone. The purpose of the phone is for emergency purposes, because you ride a bus, you go to school, you walk to and from the bus to the house. It's for an emergency. You want to text your friends? Great. You want to call your friends? Great. You want to do whatever? I get to monitor that. You know, we're not friends. My job is to keep you safe. My job is to make sure that creepy men on the internet aren't trying to get to you. My job is to make sure that you aren't seeing things like virtual reality porn. I didn't even know that was a thing. And then all of a sudden, these Oculuses, which I don't even know if that's how you say it, but they have these VR devices now that are everywhere that kids want and they have. And on these Oculuses in the metaverse, you can now get virtual, think about that for a hot minute. Virtual reality pornography exists. All right, you do you if you're a grown adult, but I don't want my kids to see virtual reality pornography. That'll probably mess you up as a kid. Let's be honest here. No. No. So and Bark is in here, I just saw them pop up. Hi, guys. When they reached out to me, I was like, no brainer. Yes, I will talk about it. I already use it. I love your product. I absolutely love that Bark is a part of my family. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's tell everybody about it. And then they said, hey, why don't we give your community 20% off for life? For life, the subscription for life. So you can use code Meredith. There's a link in here. And I'm in the middle of something important. Do you want me to tell everybody what you're doing right now? My husband. Yes, I can get into that. We can have that discussion. Sure, Layla, 1 second. So 20% off code Meredith. You can use the link, click on over. But it's true. There's so much. The internet is such a crazy place. The things that you can find. We talked about it before. Basically, the internet, all roads on the internet lead to Cardi B's vagina, right? Like we've talked about this before. Like you can be searching for Tupperware, and I don't care. Somehow you're gonna end up near Cardi B's vagina, okay? It's gonna happen. It's a thing. It's the way the internet works. I didn't make it up. I didn't even start the internet. That wasn't me. That was Al Gore, right? Like I don't know who did it. I'm not exactly sure. But what I know is that I have 3 kids in an age where technology rules the world, and my kids need Sophia and Matthias were like, we don't understand why we have to have this. You don't trust us? And I'm like, no, I don't trust you. I don't trust you on the internet. I don't trust the internet. I don't trust any of it, because it's a matter of being 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, 17 years old, and having urges and impulses and searching for things, and maybe not even searching for it, and somehow you stumble upon it, and then you see it, and then it's boom. Or then somebody gets talking. These video games have these chat rooms. And these kids in here, you hope they're kids, you don't know if they're kids, are talking to each other. What's the old thing that everybody was talking about years ago, sending you a bus ticket? They were doing these game chat places, and kids were giving their addresses up, and then these people were sending them bus tickets to come visit. No. So here's the thing. Somebody just asked about Bark and Oculus and all of these other things. A Bark home, it's a router, right? Am I using the right word? So at your home level, where the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi, the interwebs can come into your house, you can put filters on it so it blocks that from being able to go onto the Oculus. Like they won't be able to go see it, just like they won't be able to see it on a device or their phone or the computadora or whatever. Okay? But you have to go in and put the settings in place. This is something you have to take time to get set up. And then once you get it set up, is Jebediah Smith in here? Hey, Jebs. Once you get it all set up, like I get alerts. They come in right to my phone. When the kids enter the house after school, the Wi-Fi picks up their phone, it downloads it, sends it to Bart. Bart goes through everything, and then I end up getting these alerts. Okay? And then at night, you know, sometimes I'll go in and I'll just sync to make sure everybody is good, and then it comes in. And I get the alerts. And you get to tell them what you wanted to be alerted to. Now, here's the thing. Profanity. My almost 16-year-old son definitely uses profanity when he's texting with his friends. It even gets the acronyms, right? LMAO, laugh my boop off. Okay, it gets emojis. I don't even know what some of these emojis were for, and they're like, these emojis were detected. This has a sexual connotation. I'm like, oh damn. Do I read everything? No. Nope, I don't read everything. I get alerts. I don't read every text message. I don't want to go in and read their conversations and things like that. But if there's a reason for me to be alerted, I'll check. They have like it'll tell self-harm. Okay? Bark has detected, so like, I don't remember the exact number, but it was something crazy. Thousands and thousands and thousands of self-harm texts where either some other child texted another kid and their parent had bark and it said, I'm thinking of hurting myself. Or it was their own child saying, I'm thinking of hurting myself. And they've been able to intervene, you know, drinking, drugs, alcohol, profanity, pornography, all of this. So go, just check it out. I can't rant and rave more about it because I believe it is such a help to parents, school systems. Like they are there to be a part of that tribe that you need. And all of us parents need help when it comes to technology. You know, we do. Because it changes so frequently, and they're the boots on the ground doing all of the work to make sure that your kids are being monitored properly. I'm not spying on my kids. It's my job as a parent to monitor that activity online. It's just one of my jobs. I mean, we have so many jobs, right? We have so many jobs. Think about the jobs we do in a day. Now add on the crap that they can find on the internet. No. Well, thank you. Thank you, Nancy. I know, it's funny. When I brush my hair, everybody's like, wow, you look like a different person. Yes, they're great with, and that's the other thing too, is if you have a problem setting it up, I did. When I first got mine set up, I ran into a couple of issues because I'm not super tech savvy. I got help. I had direct customer service support, and I was like, how do I get this on? How do I do this? How do I do that? And we got it all up. Bark is on my desktop now. I make sure that they are syncing. When they hit the Wi-Fi, all the stuff goes over. It does a download and a dump, which sounds super gross, and then it comes back. And it's phenomenal. You know, everybody's like, I don't understand. Not everybody, that's not true, a true statement. Some people have messaged me and said, I don't know why you would snoop on your kids. My parents never snooped on me when I was a kid. Well, when I was a kid, I didn't have a cell phone. We all played together in the neighborhood and built forts. There wasn't this type of technology. We were out of the house and on our bikes. Yeah, we had a Nintendo, but it wasn't like the video games that they have now. There wasn't access. You had to sit down and watch a TV show at the time it aired with commercials. Think about the barbaric times we grew up in for a second. I remember having to run to the shower and take a shower during a commercial break of a show because I didn't want to miss anything, because right after that show I had to go to bed or I was going to get whooped. So I remember I got a 2.5-minute shower. So I got to get back out. I got to be on the couch because I got to see when I got to watch the show when it comes back on. With commercials. Thank heavens for the commercials. Only reason I took a shower during the commercial. So what I'm saying is that this is not the world we grew up in. Correct, Christine. It's not snooping. It's being proactive. I don't want to read all their text messages. I don't want to do that. That's not I don't want to do that. But if a kid is texting my kid and saying, I'm going to beat your ass at school tomorrow, which is an alert that I got, I'd like to have a heads up to that. Sorry for the language in this live bark. My apologies. That would have been caught on a filter if I had texted it. My point is, we all need help as parents. This is the hardest, dirtiest job on the planet. I've said it a million times. Mike Rowe, come at me. You've done some dirty jobs. You've done some dirty jobs. I urge you to do a parenting special, because it's not only the dirtiest job on the planet, it's the hardest job on the planet. It's exhausting. Dave laid down last night on the couch. I was trying to get him to watch an episode of The Walking Dead with me, and he was falling asleep, and it was like 9:30. And I said, why are you asleep already? We have to watch this episode. And he's like, I'm so exhausted from parenting. And I was like, what? And he's like, Sophia is taking all of my energy. It's like she sucked it out of my soul. And I was like, well, she did. She did. That's what happens. They're little and they throw temper tantrums. They get bigger, they throw bigger temper tantrums. I mean, taking a phone away from a almost 13-year-old girl, but phone lives on the kitchen counter now. Phone doesn't go into the bedroom for a while because there are rules. Parenting is so exhausting. But when I find something as a parent that not only helps, but supports in a proactive way and helps me keep an eye on my kids, I'm gonna tell you all about it all of the time. All of the time. And Bark, hands down, is amazing. It is. Before I got Bark, I had no idea what 98% of the emojis meant. Because I knew about the eggplant, I knew about the peach, okay? I knew about those. And I knew about the drooly face. I didn't know about all the others. I didn't know about the emojis they were texting back and forth that had to do with drugs, or the ones that kids were asking other kids to send nude pics with emoji. Like, I didn't know about any of this stuff. And all of a sudden, I got an email from Bark, and they were like, do you want to know what the most used emojis are from kids and what these mean? And there was this chart, and I was like, what? I had no idea. Well, okay. Thank you, Sarah. They suck the life right out of you, and they're worth it. I love my children. I love my children. I love my children. I do, to the moon and back. I love them. Puberty is hard. Raising tweens and teens is hard. Even little kids on accident. If you have a Bark home, that can filter and monitor out. If your little kids watch YouTube, you got to be careful because the crap that comes up in the middle of some video, you think they're watching Paw Patrol. Next thing you know, it's Spider-Man and Barbie doing it on a couch. And you're like, whoa, whoa. You got to be able to monitor that crap. Even if they're not texting or whatever, they have the ability to filter and go through and check all that stuff. What's the drooly face? It's like you're thirsty for love. I've never sent the drooly face. But yeah, and they're kids, so they're gonna do stupid stuff. I did plenty of stupid stuff. No, bark monitors. I'm saying if you have the Bark Home, I keep doing this like because I feel like it's up there. That's where the internet comes from. I feel like the internet comes from up here. So if you have a Bark Home, it will monitor what's in the house on the Wi-Fi. If you have Bark on all of your devices, then it goes with them. I can get alerts when they're at school. I can get alerts if they're at a friend's house. I can get alerts when they're wherever from all of the interwebs. I really don't have any clue on how internet works, so don't ask me any more in-depth questions. But any questions you do have, you can ask in here, and somebody from Bark can answer that. Because that's what I've got. Yeah. So that's what we have. Yeah, and there's 20% off. There's 20% off right now. You can review all the plans they're saying. You can go in. The code is Meredith. And I think if you click this link, I think the code is already in there for you. But if it's not, make sure to put it in because that's how you're going to get your 20%. And that's for the life of the subscription, not just when you sign up, not for 1 month, for the life. You get it, your 20% off is all the way through. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube is... Don't get me started on the YouTube. Don't get me started on the YouTube. Oh, look how sweet. Look at my sweet girl. I don't have to monitor her online activity because she just naps. Yeah. You so sweet. You so snuggly. And then there's the other one. On my feet. She's got her head through. Look at this. She's got, oh, it's not letting me do it. She's got her head, where are we? She's got her head through the table, laying on it, on the other side. She's so funny. She's my puppies. My puppies. Thankfully, I don't have to monitor their online activity. So, all right, guys, keep asking your questions. They're going to keep answering them. I just wanted to come on today and tell you guys all about my love for Bark and how much they love you guys and that they want to give you that 20% off. I will shout it from the rooftops. It is so important that we as parents parent our children, monitor our children, especially in the technology and online space. I am not friends with my children. We're not peers. We have really nothing in common outside of genetics at the moment. But I love them so much. And I want to do my best for them as a parent. And so I monitor their online activity. And I urge you to. So have a great day. Ooh. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.